Hi, I'm Dr. Jesse Abend, and let's talk weight loss. So, how do you lose weight? Simply, I think we all know, eat less and exercise more. But it is more complicated than that. It's difficult to do, right? If it was easy, then we wouldn't have and be in the situation that we're currently in. So there is a way to go about it the right way, so that you don't have those typical cycles of weight loss, weight gain, and keep on doing it over and over again. So in this video, I just want to teach you from my experience on how people successfully lose weight and, most importantly, keep it off. Right. So, number one tip is realizing that it's not just about weight loss. The most important thing to understand is the food and the exercise and the healthy lifestyle behaviors behind the weight loss. Because being overweight can be a sign of not being in the best health, but there are other things that are going on in your body at the same time besides just hanging on to extra fat, right? Your blood pressure is affected, your heart's affected, your liver, your eyes, your brain, everything's affected when you're not eating right, when you're not exercising right. So understand that, yes, weight loss is a great motivating factor, but that's not what we should be completely and only focusing on. It's more of our lifestyle, changing our eating patterns, changing the way we move, and just changing our overall health. Tip number two is realize this being a lifestyle change, it's going to take time. It's not going to be done overnight. It's not going to be done in a week, in a month, right? We've all been there and done that, and then we end up going back to our own ways. You have to commit to a completely new lifestyle and be okay with it taking months and years and essentially your entire lifetime, right? You're changing who you are. You have to learn how to do new habits. So go into it with that mindset, realizing, okay, this is not going to happen overnight. I'm not trying just to lose as much weight as quickly as possible, because that doesn't work. I'm looking to make real changes that I can sustain for life and be 100% healthier long term. Number three, I would say start now to focus on the amount that you're eating, because essentially when you hang on to extra weight, it just means you're taking in more energy or more food than you actually need, and your body hangs on to it. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be a bad thing if you're eating too much and hanging on to too much fat, and the food that you're eating isn't necessarily that healthy to begin with. So you want to reduce the amount of food that you eat, and that will help you start losing that weight. Number four, I would say be conscious of the types of foods that you're eating, because it's not just about calories and the amount. You want to make sure you're getting a healthful diversity of foods, because there's different types of nutrients that are found in different types of foods. And all of these nutrients, they do something important for all different functions in your body. And you have to make sure you get a diversity of nutrients, right? Right. I think maybe some of us have heard of experiments when people have just ate Twinkies and have lost weight because they just reduced the amount of calories. Now, yes, you can lose weight eating what are considered unhealthy foods, but you're just taking in a few nutrients, carbohydrates, for example, when you need to be taking in a plethora of different nutrients, right? So focus on healthier overall foods. I would say the gold standard would be to focus on whole foods, foods that you cook and prepare yourself. Try to stay away from the processed foods. Not saying they're always bad, right? They're convenient, they're tasty, but we definitely want to help moderate that. Number five, exercise. Get moving. Not only is it good for weight loss and health, but mental health as well. Our body and brain is connected, and we were essentially designed to be mobile creatures, right? That's what our bodies are for. And due to the times we live in, most of our day is spent sitting down, being sedentary. Not that that's wrong, right? That's how we make a living and work, but we have to remind ourselves to get the exercise that our bodies need. Number 6, stick with this, right? Kind of going back to my first few tips is just realizing this does take time. You're going to have your ups and downs, and you can't really focus on, all of those short-term losses or being discouraged along the way. You have to look big picture and realize that you are going to have the ups and downs, but it's about changing your habits for good. And you need to do it day after day until they end up sticking and becoming who you are. And tip number 7, my biggest thing I think most people don't even realize that they need is help from someone else. It doesn't have to be help for your entire life. Just help in the initial period or months or initial years to get you going and helping you make those healthy habits that you can sustain for good. Right? I created the company Healthie Coach, where I have dietitians who work as coaches, and they help people make healthy habits that they can sustain, because people need help, right? We're busy doing other things. We don't know everything about nutrition and exercise, and we need that guidance and accountability. And that's so crucial in order to sustain a healthy lifestyle and weight loss for good, in the world that we live in today. So I hope these tips helped you going into this new year, and you can have your happiest and healthiest life and year ever. Good luck.